The views and opinions expressed at Enhanced Down Under are those of the hosts and do not necessarily reflect the official views of the company. Any content provided by our hosts are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.
Welcome to Enhanced Down Under. We are the official podcast channel of Enhance NT. My name is Anna and I am a qualified education agent counselor. As you can see, we still don't have Carol here, but hopefully we will be able to have her again in our upcoming episodes. And joining us here for today are two of international students from our partner schools, ICAE. And as you can see, our location is different. ICAE has kindly accommodated us to their campus, so that's why our background is their logo. But before we delve into our topic, let's have a recap of our previous episode. So briefly, we talked about, in the previous episode, we talked about the different types of visas that you may want to consider when you are planning to come to Australia, whether temporarily or permanently. Those are the tourist visa or the visa 600, whether you're as a tourist, family sponsored, or could be a business visa. There's also student visa, which is very controversial these days because of the stricter visa rules. You may also want to consider, if you are a skilled worker, then 482 visa if you have a sponsor. And there are also those family visas, like for spouse visa. And it's always important that you consider getting a reliable and reputable migration agent who will be able to guide you through. Okay, now let's move on to our topic. Again, we have our two international students, Shane. He's from Sri Lanka, and Eva from Indonesia. Hello, Shane and Eva. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So how are you feeling? Nervous?
Little bit.
A bit. We're just going to be, exchanging views here. All right. So, Shane, when did you arrive here in Australia?
So I arrived to Australia in last year, mid of June.
Mid of June. So
Yeah.
It's been a year since you've been here.
Yeah, it's almost been here now.
Okay. How about you, Eva?
I arrived in Darwin since 7 February 2020.
2020.
2020.
Pandemic time.
Yeah, pandemic time.
So you've been here for 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
If you don't mind, what was your visa when you arrived here, Shane?
So I arrived here with 408, which is temporary activity visa.
Community events.
Yes,
You got invited for a community
indeed,
event.
yes.
Okay. How about you?
I'm from working holiday visa.
Working holiday visa. Indonesia has a wow.
Yes.
That's because in the Philippines, it's, I think since last year it's being talked about. There's talk about having this working holiday visa implemented. It's supposed to be implemented this January, but I don't know what happened. We've all been looking forward to that opportunity, and Indonesia is very lucky to have that arrangement with the Australian government.
It's true.
All right. So, what's your previous study before coming here to Australia?
So I was doing my diploma in IT actually back in Sri Lanka.
Oh, we have an IT guy here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after that, I got the opportunity to come here and do some community event as a sort of social worker.
Social worker.
But I have some work experience in hospitality industry. So that was my pathway.
All
actually.
right. That's where it started. For everyone's information, Shane, I am his agent.
Of course, she's.
And I interviewed him prior to lodging his application, and he mentioned about his passion with cookery and hospitality industry that began back in Sri Lanka. How about you, Eva? What's your
Um,
previous study?
My previous study is a Bachelor of Accounting.
Mm.
Yeah, but since I coming to Australia, I doing like hospitality job. And
Since
then-
2020.
Yeah, since 2020 haven't do that because it's hard to find a job.
Oh yeah.
And then I think 2021 I start
Alright.
doing the hospitality job, and then since there I feel like I want to upgrade my skill, not just like
Fantastic.
housekeeping or kitchen hand. I want more than that. So that's why I chose this hospitality course for my.
So that motivated you in choosing cookery.
Yes.
How about you, Shane?
So even as I told you earlier, when I worked in hospitality industry works, so really I had a keen to work on these kind of sectors. So after arriving in Australia, working with communities, so I felt very deeply, okay, I have a pathway where I can work with the busy schedules with people to help them in hospitality industry. So that is where I got my motivation to start my studies in this college.
All right. Yeah, I remember when I interviewed you, and when Shane mentioned to me that it's hospitality, he has some hospitality experience back in Sri Lanka, and I immediately thought, oh, okay, I think you will fit here in ICAE.
Yeah.
And I explained it to him, and he got really interested. How about you, Eva? What made you choose ICAE above other schools?
Because for me it's like near the city, because I live in the city, right? And then
Where exactly in the city?
in the in Leji Susan restaurant, they have inside that they have an apartment.
They
right?
have an apartment.
Yeah,
Okay,
inside
so
there,
this
so-
one is accessible, the location of the school.
Yeah, it's good location for me, this college. And then my friend like introduced this ICAE to me too. Like we can get like industry placement after 6 months study and 6 month industry placement, like that.
Share us more about your experiences as cookery students. Did you just take cookery, or is it a package course that you are taking?
So I have taken a package course for 2 years. So I have started my kitchen management in certificate 4, which is included with diploma in hospitality.
Oh, okay.
So each course is for 1 year, which
Right.
means totally 2 years. So it's a package actually.
It's a package course, and then when you graduate, you will become a chef, which is a
course.
direct pathway to permanent residency. That's how amazing it is. Okay. How about you, Eva?
I same with the same is the certificate for kitchen management, and after that diploma of hospitality, and will be pathway to become a chef.
I am
Yeah.
now talking to the future chefs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be seeing you in 2 years, and I'll be calling you Chef
Yeah.
Shane and Chef Eva. Don't
Yeah.
forget me, okay?
Yeah, of course.
All right. So, can you share with us, if you're comfortable sharing, what's your current visa status? How about you, Shane?
So as I told you earlier, I arrived Australia with 408 visa. Then this year, last March, I lodged my student visa,
Yes.
500. So still I'm in my bridging visa until they finalize their decision.
Still ongoing.
Yeah, so it's still in the ongoing process.
All right. So Shane arrived under 408 community events or invited participant visa, and then he transitioned to student visa. He's currently under bridging, still bridging because his visa is still in process. And Eva?
About me, I lodged my visa on 2nd of February 2024, and then I just get the result two days ago. Like I get rejected by the immigration.
I'm sorry to hear about that. It was very unfortunate that Eva's visa application, student visa application, has been refused on a Sunday.
Yes, on the Sunday.
Yeah, it was very unexpected, and you lodged it in February, right?
February.
That was quick because I have students who lodged their application sometime in January, and we still don't have any decision until now.
Yeah.
I lodged Shane in February also, but We haven't heard anything
Yeah.
from the immigration.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear about that sad news. What's your plan?
I'm plan to be a peer in AAT.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing, people. Eva got her visa refused. When you are onshore or when you are already here in Australia, you may already begin your study even while your visa is still being processed by the Home Affairs. So while waiting for the decision, you may commence your study. Now that she found out that she got refused, it was of course, a sad decision since the application was lodged onshore here in Australia. Eva will be given a chance to make an appeal 21 days, right?
21 days.
21 days after receiving the refusal decision. So she may be able to lodge the appeal, AAT or Administrative Appeal Tribunal. That's her option. And while the appeal is ongoing, she may continue with her study,
Yes.
right? So, of course, that is actually the last resort. No one wants a visa refusal. And lodging an appeal is stressful and very costly. So do you already have an agent
Yes.
doing that for you now?
Yes, my educational.
You have.
Yeah.
At least someone is guiding you.
Yes.
I'm happy to hear
Yeah,
that.
thank
How about
you.
you, Shane? How do you feel with...
So yeah,
Are you
so
nervous?
I mean, we heard so many cases like this in our college. So many people got refused very recently.
Yes.
So when we hear that, we also getting nervous and tension and worried. We don't know what will happen for our visa. As as students, we have lodged onshore, how Eva did. So even we feel so sad about our friends who got
Of course.
refusal on their visa. Yeah, so it's bit of full of tensions actually.
Yeah. The only advantage of onshore students is they are given this chance to lodge an appeal with the AAT. So let's hope for the best, of course. I will be guiding you whatever the result of your visa application, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
So let's just move on to the fun part. How are you doing here in Darwin? Tell us more about your life here as international students.
I already doing go to fish feeding, in the Dr. Guli.
Where is that?
Near Esplanade like that.
Esplanade.
Yeah,
Okay.
And then I doing playing bowling in Kingpin.
Bowling.
Bowling.
You do
yeah.
bowling.
Yeah, do bowling and do swimming in the waterfront.
Waterfront area.
Yeah,
I like that.
waterfront
Is it the wave pool?
Yeah.
Do you try that?
No, not way full. The Lagoon Beach, I think.
The beach
Yeah,
area.
yeah, the beach. It's quite fun.
I always see that wave pool at the waterfront.
Yeah, wave pool.
I'm tempted to try it.
Yeah.
How about you, Shane? What do you do in your leisure times?
So I do have many friends, different countries.
Multicultural.
Yeah, it's very multicultural.
Okay.
So sometimes we plan to go and play, with soccer, badminton, table tennis. So whenever we get a free time actually. So most of the times we'll visit, bar and have a small chat in there. So really we are enjoying fullest in Darwin actually. It is very friendly and multicultural. And so many opportunities actually to engage. So many events happening. So we are making use of that actually. So I'm enjoying my life in Darwin.
That's beautiful. You mentioned you play soccer.
Yeah,
Are you a
I do.
member of any team here?
So I mean, even what I mentioned, playing soccer means even when we are get together to play soccer.
Among your friends.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it will be multicultural. So
because
different.
soccer is a very popular sport here in Darwin. My son, he joined this soccer team, football, Mindil Aces.
Oh, I know that.
So
I know.
he has their trainings they train twice a week.
Ah,
So
okay.
you're visiting bar.
Yeah.
In the city?
Yeah,
the
we
city?
do have a place in city. So we used to go and we used to like to play pool. So having a small chat. After that, walking some places. Yeah.
Of course, when you go around, that involves budget. How do you manage it? How do you afford it as students? Because when you live here in Darwin, your lifestyle is lifestyle in Australia is not cheap.
Oh,
But
yeah.
can you share, give them some tips, or where do you get the budget?
So
I'm
yeah, I
curious.
mean, of course, as international students, we don't spend too much on those activities.
So you have to be very conscious.
So we are
with
very
your
careful.
budget.
We are very careful because when we get together, first we will discuss about the budget. Then only we will decide whether we are going to do it or not.
Yeah.
So that is how we are managing actually. But most of the time, even to play soccer, it's free playground,
yeah.
so nothing to pay it very
Yeah.
much.
How about you, Eva?
Just if I go like entertain like that, probably just like 2 months, one time or something. Not every time.
Yeah, because it can get very costly.
Yeah, it's true.
And the beautiful thing here in Darwin is it encourages outdoor lifestyle. So when you want to go out, just get some fresh air or stay in the park, you can just, bring a chair with you, snacks, have a picnic with your friends, and sometimes grills are even provided. So outdoor life is encouraged here. And when you want to go out, most of the amusement areas, the parks are accessible by bus. And buses here are the transportation system here is very efficient. So you can rely on that even on Sundays. Sometimes on a holiday it can be a challenge, but at least you can see the schedule in Google Map.
Yes.
True.
What else? So any adjustments? Because any cultural adjustment? How life in Sri Lanka and then to Darwin? How did you find it?
Oh, really? I mean, yeah. If I compare my life back with Sri Lanka, it's really with the current situations quite getting difficult with the political stuff happening in Sri Lanka.
And political unrest.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I did enjoy with my friends in Sri Lanka. So.
Are you in touch with them? Are you
Yeah,
still in
they
touch
do.
with them?
And to be honest, they also in different countries now. So they also.
They're fortunate to,
Yeah.
let's say, find another
Yeah,
country.
path. Yeah. So they
Okay.
have moved. So really, I mean, it's very resembling with Australia, and even the weather, it's very similar to Sri Lanka.
Really?
So nothing.
So is
very
it
big.
warm also?
Yeah, it's warm. We do have in Sri Lanka the wet season and the dry season. Only.
Wet and dry
Yeah.
season. How about you, Eva?
Yes.
Where exactly you reside in Indonesia?
I stay in Sumatra.
Sumatra.
You know
Is that
Sumatra
far
Island?
from Jakarta? Because it's
Yeah,
only
3
Jakarta that I
hours
visit.
from.
That's quite far. I've had the opportunity to visit Indonesia thrice. Thrice before. I visited because my best friend, she is married to an Indonesian. I managed to, visit her in Jakarta.
Jakarta.
Beautiful
Yes.
Jakarta.
Yeah, Jakarta is so crowded.
It
you
is?
know, traffic jam.
congested.
Yeah, it's
Similar
true.
to the Philippines.
Yeah, it's true.
So how did you find the cultural difference? Did you have difficulty adjusting?
Yeah, just Darwin bit quiet than Sumatra.
Yeah.
Especially in Medan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in Medan is crowded, the traffic jam. But the thing is, in Darwin you cannot find street food.
There's no street food.
Yeah, no street food. You have to find.
Good that you mentioned that because you're right. There's no street food here.
Yeah, in Indonesia you easy. When you hungry, just go up and you can find the street food, whatever you want.
Same in my home country in the Philippines.
Yeah.
When I go hungry, I just go out and I can see a lot of food vendors out there. Here in Darwin, you cannot find those.
And then the market too. Market in Indonesia open every day.
All right.
Here just Saturday, Sunday, right?
Saturday and Sunday.
But the thing is, in here
have you visited any market?
Market in here?
Here.
I visit Rapid Creek, Palmerston, and then the
Parap market.
and Mindil Beach Market too.
All right.
Yeah.
The Parap market, we used to have breakfast there every Saturday. It's beautiful because there are a lot of food kiosks that you can find from different countries. Like if you are craving for some Viet or Thai food, you can find it there. I think it's very consistent. Every Saturday morning, it opens at 8 a.m. Parap Market. That's one of the iconic places here in Darwin. What else? What else do you do for fun? So, market or where do you usually buy your groceries?
groceries.
Yeah.
If market not open, we just go to Woolies or Coles. Yeah, that's the two choice we can
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, two of the main groceries in Darwin, Woolworths or Woolies, and then Coles. All right. So going back to your status as with your visa issues, I don't want you to think that you got refused because it's you.
Yeah.
It's very prevalent, and as you mentioned, a lot of people are. I've been hearing this. A lot of students are having their visa application refused, and they're very tense. Like Shane, who's still waiting for the decision of his application. And 2 weeks ago, we visited one of our partner schools, and one of their staff, top executives, mentioned that they encountered, they heard that students from top tier countries, Japan, Germany, who are already here on shore, got their visa refused. So it's not just those high-risk countries that are receiving students from high-risk countries that are receiving visa refusals, but even those that are considered level 1 countries, lower risks, like Japan, Germany, they're also being refused, and that's saddening. It's something that we, according to, as worded by our partner school, one of our partner schools, it's the most challenging part that they have experienced so far. Hopefully, we will be able to weather this situation, because if the visa refusals, student visa refusals would continue, then that means we will have less students in Australia. And I'm wondering what would happen to the vet schools and even those universities that rely on international students for business, right? Anyway, so far, how's your experience here in ICAE? What are the support that they are giving you? Emotional support or like student services?
So yeah, so in our college, yes, for the students, those who really need any advices or psychological counseling aspects.
Psychological counseling, okay.
So we do, college provides everything for the students. So I would say ICAE.
So it's provided by ICAE?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they have some connection with Anglicare. So they provide everything, those who need counseling, those who are a bit wavering in their life. So I would say ICAE covering every aspect of a student actually. They are giving their fullest support.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. So yeah, really, that's true actually.
How about you, Eva?
Yeah, ICAE is like when I get a refusal, the visa, I ask them, I get the refusal visa, so they just like straight away tell me, if you need something about this school, about the letter or something, just let me know, like that.
Oh, they're very supportive.
Yeah, very supportive about that. Yeah, so I'm very happy to study in ICAE.
That's very good, because it's very important that you get ample support, not just from your family but also from your school, especially at challenging times like this. Shane mentioned that ICAE, they provide psychological support.
Yes.
It's stressful to be living abroad. Like in their cases, he's from Sri Lanka, she's from Indonesia. They're both away from their families, and plus this looming, let's not say it, like, the challenges with the visa. I can imagine the amount of stress that you are feeling, but it's good that you are well supported by your school. How about, is accommodation provided here, or you live somewhere?
So we do have to find the accommodation, but college is ready to help to find those who are really seeking for accommodation.
Assist, those who are having difficulty finding accommodation, they can assist.
Yeah, they can assist us. And even in the other parties, when we were following up our courses in ICAE,
All right.
So we do 6 months theory in the college, and we have 6-month internship somewhere in go and find a experience in that same field what we are doing in our course.
All right.
So ICAE fully giving their support to find that internship program with
Industry placement.
yes.
Okay. Do you get to work also? Do
Still
you-
we are in theory part, so we have to finish our first 6 months in the college.
And before
Then-
you are able
yeah.
to work
Yes.
after 6 months.
Yes.
And will ICAE help you
Yes.
find?
Yeah.
You mentioned before that you. How often do you come to ICAE for class?
So we do have 3 days per week, every Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
And those classes, practical, a
So
combination of
every Tuesday we have theory, and the other 2 days we have practical in the kitchen.
theory and then combination of theory and practical.
Practicals.
So that's how the life of a cookery or kitchen management student here.
Yes.
It's a combination of theoretical and practical.
Yes.
So they don't come to the school every day. Twice a week only, right?
Yeah,
And
yes.
how long?
Only for 6 months.
And no, sorry. For how many hours do you spend at?
So we
at the
started
school
at
a
9
day?
o'clock and finishes around 3:30, 4ish, something like that.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing. One of the advantages of coming to Darwin, to Australia, they're very particular with work-life balance. When you say, I am an international student, some of course would have this thing in their mind that you are cramming with both work and study. Fortunately here in Darwin, I can say that our students, they're not experiencing that. They have this, they are enjoying a work-life balance. They are enjoying their life as a student. At the same time, they are also given opportunities to work. Eventually, in their cases, since they need to spend at least 6 months in their study before they are given industry placement, at least they have 2 more days of free time during
Yes.
weekdays,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Aside from the weekends. That's a wonderful. So, are you thinking of while you're still not getting industry placement, are you thinking of getting any part-time jobs, as additional allowance or budget?
Yeah, so I mean, as a visa condition in my visa, currently I don't have work rights to work. So
Okay. With your current visa,
Yeah.
the work rights is limited.
Yeah, limited.
Okay. Unless, of course, when you begin your industry placement, which is also part of your study.
Yes. So I mean, even the most important thing is even college is ready. Even if I don't get my visa before my industry placement, so we can work voluntarily in the college as industry placement.
Yes. Volunteer works.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah.
You can still. I think there are a lot of volunteer jobs that you can take, which
Yes.
is still related to
Yes.
your program.
Yeah.
How about you, Eva?
My visa have a work right. It's
Ah.
like unlimited.
Unlimited work
Yeah,
right?
unlimited.
Do you plan to use that or?
Yeah, for sure. If when industry placement, I will planning to use
right.
that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you are you in touch with your family? Your regular contact with them?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. I still contact with my family. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, so some people are saying that Darwin is remote. So we have very good mobile phone signal here. So we're not really remote, okay? We are all in regular contact with our family. We use video call, WhatsApp. I am in regular contact with Shane via WhatsApp. So it's not really remote. So next time, consider coming to Darwin. Come here as a tourist, or maybe you want to consider other opportunities, okay? So how about, do you have any other friends who are, thinking of coming here to Australia, whether as a tourist or student?
They just planning, but they not do that.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe they comfort zone in their workplace already.
They're
they
comfortable.
Don't, yeah,
Yes,
they don't
yes.
want to make a challenge for their life. Yeah.
How about you?
So there are so many friends who are inquiring about how to come in a student visa and do their studies. So even I was explaining to them actually how the things are getting complicated now with the rules and regulations coming from the government.
With the changes.
But yeah, so many friends are seeking to come to Australia as their study destination. And I was recommending some of my friends to come to Darwin, which is very similar to Sri Lanka. There is nothing to be worried. Yeah, so but they are just pushing back themselves because of the rules actually.
That's what's holding them back. So Eva mentioned earlier that some of the people she know are hesitating to come to Australia because they are already comfortable in their lives. I cannot blame them because migrating to another country is a life-changing decision. Sometimes it's not always for greener pasture. Sometimes it's just change of career, but you have to consider a lot of things. If you are a student thinking of coming to Australia or to Darwin for study, you have to consider many factors. Are you ready? Sometimes the feeling of isolation may struck you, that homesickness, the funds, of course, you have to consider that because it's not, again, tuition fee.
Of course.
The tuition fee is not cheap. When you are an international student, sometimes the tuition fee is way higher compared to domestic rates, to locals.
Yes.
So, but I think in ICAE, there's minimal difference. And Shane mentioned that some of his friends, although they are keen to coming to Australia for study, but they're being held back by the stricter visa rules.
Yes, that's true.
That's very true because one of the main changes I can see is, as Tammy, your marketing manager, mentioned earlier, the Home Affairs has increased the proficiency level of English test.
Yes.
Before, for vet schools, when you say vet school, vocational education training school, it's not the uni or university. For vet school, in IELTS, it used to be 5.5 only.
Yeah. Yes.
But for now, it has increased to 6. So, and it's difficult. It's not easy to obtain such score in IELTS. Tammy mentioned earlier that for Filipinos whose English is their second language, it may not be that challenging. But for other nationalities, it is very difficult.
It is.
So, and 6 IELTS for a vet course or a vet student, that's pretty high. My personal opinion.
Yeah.
And that's one of the main changes that Home Affairs implemented. And I think I think they have already it's already in place, the higher funds. You have to, some call it show money. The cost of living and the funds that they must see in your bank account, it increased from 24,000 Australian dollars to 29,500.
Yes.
During your time when I lodged your application, you were not required for an IELTS test.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fortunately for Shane, he already has an valid IELTS and his score is high, 6.5, right?
Yes.
So during his time, it was not required yet. But shortly after I lodged their application around March, they start to implement that. They require the schools, because there are some vet schools that when IELTS or English proficiency test was not yet required, they do their in-house English test. And it's accepted by the Home Affairs. I have one of my clients or students who did not take IELTS, but instead this in-house English test by the school. But shortly after I lodged your application in February, Home Affairs implemented the requirement for IELTS and plus the higher funds required. So times are changing and it's tougher now. But as mentioned by one of our partner schools, It's about, I think we have to, the schools and the education agents, their partners, we have to work together to be able to weather these challenges. And hopefully it will pass. Of course, the Home Affairs, it is for the advantage of Australia. That's why they are implementing those stricter visa rules. It is they want to crack down those schools that are not reputable, the diploma mills, as they call it, the fly-by-night school. It's one of their ways of stopping those unreliable schools from operating. And when students unfortunately enroll to those kind of schools, most likely they will be exploited. So that's one of the main reasons why Home Affairs is implementing stricter visa rules. Aside, of course, from the usual, they say that issues with housing shortage.
Yes.
Especially in main states like Sydney, Melbourne, they're experiencing housing shortage. How about you? Do you have difficulty finding your accommodation when you came here?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, because
not really.
Darwin is so quiet, right?
Yes.
And not much people to coming here.
Yeah. So in Darwin, we don't experience problems with our shortage in accommodation. We have a lot of those. So that's one of the factors that you may want to consider. Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, they're all very crowded. Come to Darwin. It's beautiful. The atmosphere is welcoming. It's multicultural. Yeah, of course, I won't deny the heat. But now that we are in our dry season, we are enjoying the pleasant, cooler weather. And I think it would last until September?
Yes.
September. So, all right. So, anyway, what are your future plans? Aside from, I know that when you graduate, you will become chef. Do you intend to stay here in Darwin?
Yes, my main intention to stay in Darwin, to find my career path in Darwin and progress from there actually.
How about you, Eva?
Yeah, if I have a chance to stay in Darwin, why not?
Yeah. I also heard, I'm seeing a lot of people, they're from other states.
Yeah.
They transfer here in Darwin.
Yeah.
Aside from, of course, we have better work opportunities here. The laid back lifestyle, it's not as if everything is rushed here. It's laid back. So, and you will feel that instantly the moment you arrive. So, the future chefs, we have a lot of hotels here that you may want to consider,
Yes.
So that will be in 2 years' time.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So do you also, for cookery, do you graduate or you graduate once you finish your diploma or your certificate?
So once we complete our certificate, then we will be graduating.
Certificate for?
Yeah, in kitchen management.
All right. And when would that be?
Probably next year,
In a year?
Yeah.
All right. And same.
Your
classmates?
Yes.
Right?
We are classmates.
And then you will be spending another year for diploma in hospitality, which would equip you for higher learning to become a chef.
Of course.
If you commence your industry placement, do you have any idea what type of work you'd be assigned to?
So probably it should be somewhere in the kitchen actually, to work with the professional, the chefs.
With the chefs.
Yeah. So
I'm always hearing about kitchen hand. Can you explain that better for me?
So once we started our industry placement, straightly we can't become a chef actually. So we are starting right from the beginning as a kitchen hand. Then only we are progressing step by step.
All right, you will progress.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any particular restaurant or hotels in mind where you may potentially be assigned to?
At the moment, I work in crustacean. Crustacean restaurant in the Stock Hill Wharf.
Oh,
The end one, the end of the.
Stokes Hill. I was there last
They
weekend.
have a food court, right?
Yeah,
the
the
end
food
one,
court.
The end one, they have a gas station.
I think
yeah.
I'll see you there next time.
Yeah.
What particular food does it offer? So I have an idea.
Seafood, like
Okay.
yeah.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chip,
Okay.
bugs and lobster,
All right.
and then mud crab.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweets. How about you?
So far I haven't decided anything about restaurant.
But anything that you prefer?
Probably somewhere in a good restaurant actually. So far that's what I'm thinking. Where I can improve my experience. That's the main thing actually.
We have a lot of restaurants within the city. I can name one, Salvatore, which one of our friends. It's an Italian restaurant. I was also there last weekend. I had my pizza pasta. And the owner, Sean Johnston, he's a good friend of Enhance NT.
Okay.
So you may want to consider that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that those area along the strip of Smith Street and even Mitchell Street, there's a lot of restaurants there. And I'm sure ICAE would be able to, give you good recommendations and industry placement.
Yes.
So, what else? How do you? What do you plan after this? You still have your class after?
Yes, we do have classes.
Okay, I heard from Tammy, their marketing manager, that it's almost semestral break.
Yes.
So does that mean you are also in the middle of your practical exams now or not?
So next week we start our mid-semester break for 2.5 weeks actually.
2.5 weeks. Do you have any plan to? During those breaks?
Probably just walking.
Just walking.
Walking a lot.
Exercising.
Yeah.
Explore the city.
Esplanade.
And I think Nightcliff,
Nightcliff.
every weekend they have this night market open.
Oh yeah.
And Mindil is also
Mindil
open. Mindil
also.
Beach is open every Thursday and Sunday, and they have a lot of food kiosks there that you may want to visit. They offer a lot of dishes from different nationalities like Thai food, Japanese food, you name it, they have it. So Mindil is very popular. And budget-friendly places.
Yes.
What else? What can you recommend?
So my friends have planned to visit Adelaide River.
Adelaide River, how far is that from here? I've always been seeing that advertisement in my Facebook.
So it's a bit far away from Darwin. I think it takes nearly 2 hours, something like that, from city to Adelaide River.
So
you're
joining them?
It's the best place for a swim and a picnic.
Is it safe to swim there?
Yeah, even
Crocs?
now it's
No
very
crocodiles?
safe. It is safe during dry season actually.
Okay.
Not really
They don't
wet.
have crocodiles.
Yeah.
That's good.
So once they remove the crocs, they will let us know. Then only we are allowed to swim.
You're brave. Even if they tell me that, it's safe, there's no crocs, I won't take any chances.
Very scared.
You're joining your friends
So
with
we
the
are
Adelaide
planning
River.
in our break actually.
How much would that be? I'm always seeing their ad, but I never bother to open it.
So Adelaide River, it's not costing anything actually. It's
Really?
free. So it's open for the public.
Oh, okay, that's nice. And then there's another one also, Litchfield. They say it's quite far from here.
Yeah, it is too far, I think.
But have you been there? Have you visited
Not
there?
yet.
Yeah, because it's far.
Far, yeah.
It is. But that's one of my bucket list. I heard that my son was able to visit the Litchfield with our church mates, but I was not able to accompany him, and he said, it's far.
But I think they have a tour.
Yeah.
All Litchfield.
Yeah.
You can find in the Mitchell Street. They
In
have a
Mitchell,
stand,
yes. They have this small desk there that promotes their tour. I wonder how much it is.
I think 179
per head.
Per head. I think.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah. Okay, so what else aside from walking? The city is alive every night.
Yeah, the bar. Yeah.
A lot of bars there,
A lot of
right?
bar. Yeah,
Right.
especially on Friday, you can hear the bars
right.
very. Yeah.
Even Friday, it starts on a Friday night.
Friday night,
because
usually
you have
people-
2 weekends.
Yeah, they have
All
a
right.
weekend. Very
All
crowded.
right. That's wonderful. Thank you. Anyway, do you have any final message? Because a lot of international students will be able to relate to your stories.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say don't be panic or don't be get worried about your visa stuff. Everything will be happen on time. So I'm relying on my agent, who she's Anna. She's really doing very well and helping and guiding me. So I'm really fortunate to have you, Anna.
Thank you.
So don't worry, be happy always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Eva?
Yeah, it's true. Like, if you want to come here, just coming here, just try another changing life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's quite fun.
That's very
Yeah.
good.
As long as you have a confidence about that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
You have to have that courage and
Yeah.
that grit.
Great. Yeah. it's
Yeah.
true.
All right, that wraps up our episode for today. Thank you, Shane and Eva, for joining us. Again, we are Enhance NT and we are located at 590 Mitchell Street, Darwin City. You can contact us via email skills@enhanceNT.com.au. So whether you are an international student or aspiring to study abroad or a professional looking for work in Australia, it is essential to seek professional advice, stay informed, and embrace the opportunity that migration brings. Up until next time.